guys, welcome in. We're live a little bit early, so just getting ready to start here in about 1 minute or so. Our flow today is going to be some twisty stuff, some twists and counter twists, and a little bit of hip work as well. So if you guys need any props nearby for balancing poses or just to support yourself, you're welcome to grab things like blocks or bolsters. I'm using a block just so that I can keep the weight of my belly a little bit more balanced. And as we go through some of our twists today, just remember I might be looking a little different in my poses than you guys. Just with twisting and things, I'll have to keep things open to make room for baby. So if you are expecting in pregnancy and with me today, know that you can always take the same modifications as I am. Otherwise, listen for those cues for things like prayer twists and things that go a little bit deeper. Guess as we get started as well, you guys know that anything that you need to modify or add in is a-okay. You're welcome to add in a little more intensity or take things a little calmer, a little bit more passive if you need to as well. So all that said, my name is Emilee Hamilton. Thank you guys so much for joining me this morning for a Inspire 60 class. We'll focus again on some twisting, counter twisting, a little bit of hamstring hip work, hitting some IT band, some outer hips as well. If you guys need anything, this is your chance to grab it. And we are going to get started in a child's pose as soon as you're ready. So take your time, come into your child's pose of choice. Big toes together behind you, knees as wide as you're craving. Again, we'll get into some hip stuff today as well. So if you're needing to sink into hips pretty early on, take your knees a little bit wider. Let your chest and your forehead get heavier into the mat. And extend your arms ahead of you, nice and long through your spine. And then just a couple of deep breaths, starting to move energy in and out of your body. In and out through your nose. Maybe a couple of sigh breaths out through your mouth, just a clear space. Notice the time that it takes for you to fill versus empty. We bring those into balance. Samaprana, even breath. And with a seal of your lips, start to move your breath just to your nose. Inhale deeply through your nose all the way to full, down to belly and out of ribs. And then exhale back out your nose, adding a little texture if you're ready for Ujjayi breath. Constrict your throat just a little bit. And as that texture builds, you might notice a sound or vibration that brings you a little closer, a little bit deeper into the space you occupy. And keeping that breath moving, inhale, walk your hands forward just a little bit further until you can float your chest and your forehead just above the ground. And exhale your upper body over to the right side. So as you walk over to the right, your left side gets that stretch. Root down into the left fingers, left palm, start to contract. Left shoulder head back towards the socket. Put some traction on the outer rib cage. One more breath in. One more out. Walk back to center. Inhale. And then go the other way. Walk your upper body to the left side. Exhale. So again, as you walk over to the left side, get a little traction along the right side rib cage. Press through your finger pads, your palm. Draw your shoulder head back. Reach a little further. Inhale back to center. And exhale, just pausing in your child's pose. Now wait for an inhale breath. Roll up all the way to all fours, hands and knees. And as you exhale, you're just going to pause. Make that stack shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Inhale, cow pose. Let your belly fall. Tilt your chin and your tailbone up. And exhale, curl and round to cat pose, chin to chest. Press your middle and upper back towards the ceiling. And a few more rounds like that, forward and back. Inhale. And exhale. If you need something that feels a little more organic side to side or circles with your hips and shoulders, feel free to add that in as well. Coming to the space that you need. About 3 more breaths. So if you're doing something asymmetrical, just make sure that we come back to balance. One more big breath. And back to neutral. Bring core awareness in, right? You don't have to super flex, just a little bit of engagement through the navel. Right arm up on an inhale, twist open towards your right side. And then exhale, thread the needle, reach all the way underneath your body, land your right cheek, right shoulder, and then left arm forward ahead of you. And again, that same little bit of traction, almost like you're trying to get that left side body stretch again. Push through your shoulder, through your fingers, lengthen that left hip back. Make sure your knees and hips are still stacked. Shins push into the floor. And if the right side of your neck is flattening down to the ground, try looking under your left armpit for your left hip. See if that brings a little more length, and then you might be able to rotate towards the back side of your head a little better. Left hand back in, unwind your twist, big inhale. And then exhale, both hands come down. Switching sides on your inhale, left arm up. And then exhale, thread through. Same thing on this side as that left shoulder, left cheek land down on the ground. Right arm will slide forward, put some traction there. Think about trying to slide your shoulder head back and your hip back. Get long through your right side body. And as you get a little deeper into that rotation, take the gaze under the right armpit towards the right hip. Can you roll towards the back of your head, keeping the cervical spine in its natural alignment? You're adding that little rotation just a little bit deeper through your twist. Slide your hand back in. Unwind the right arm up, inhale. And then exhale, put both hands back down. Inhale, your hands slightly ahead of your shoulders, just a little bit so that you can tuck your toes. And exhale, downward facing dog. Start to pike your hips up. And just pedal out your feet. Shake out your hips, your head, your knees. Just kind of moving where you need to move. Give yourself permission to just wiggle. Maybe stick out your tongue. And hide your toes as you breathe in. Walk to your hands as you breathe out. So you're coming into that forward fold, the front of your mat. Feet as wide as you need. Bend your knees a lot. Let your chest touch your legs. Head gets heavy again. Maybe you're grabbing opposite elbows, swaying side to side. Maybe you're just kind of shaking it out still. Notice when you're upside down, if your shoulders sink up into your ears, can you keep that length? Shoulders pulled back, even though you're upside down. And if you bound your hands in any way, release them to the floor. Chin to chest, bend your knees. Use a whole inhale, roll up. Stand tall, exhale, shrug your shoulders back. Palms spin face forward. Now you're welcome to stay here. Maybe bring your hands to your heart. You close your eyes. Just take a few moments to set the tone and the intention for your practice. Okay, so today's practice is going to be called Hop to It. Moving through, creating energy in our body. Allowing yourself to just hop into those things that you really crave. Without any judgments, without any questions, without any attachments. What do you need today? And once you set that intention for your personal practice, breathe it in deeply. Breathe it back out. Arms up over your head as you inhale. Fold forward as you exhale. Traditional sun salutation. Inhale, flatten your back, lengthen your spine. Keep the gaze slightly forward. Exhale, plank pose, step your feet back. Now, anytime we go through a salutation, if chaturanga is not in your practice, know that it's a-okay to either use your knees to prepare for chaturanga or to simply stay in plank. My ask is that if you skip chaturanga, you also skip the back bend, so just keep that in mind. Taking one more deep breath in, start to pull forward, keep your body in plank, just bend your elbows, chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, up dog, point your toes. Lift through the back of your head, roll your shoulders down. Exhale, downward facing dog, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. Now those can look different for you each round. You might mix in some chaturanga, some plank pose. Maybe sometimes it's just straight to down dog. Honor what you need so that you have the energy to hop to the things that you crave the most today. Inhale, rise up to toes, look forward. And exhale, step or float forward, fold, top of your mat. Inhale, flat back and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Root and rise up to standing. Big inhale breath as you reach tall over your head. Exhale, seal your prayer, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach back up. With a flat back, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Pick your gaze point. Stay there. As you exhale, plank pose. Add in your chaturanga if you're taking it. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift up through the back of your head. Push your mat away with your hands. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pike your hips. Inhale. And exhale. We take 3 more rounds just like that. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, go forward, fold. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Root and rise, stand up, breathe in. Hands to your heart, breathe out. Find your breath and your movements combined to marry. Inhale, reach up. One not taking longer than the other. Exhale, fold. Flat back, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Remember, it doesn't have to be chaturanga every time. You could be plank. If you're plank, hold plank, inhale. Down dog, exhale. One breath in. One breath out. High to toes, inhale. Exhale, travel forward, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, soften. Up to standing, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold forward. Flatten your back, breathe in. Keep your neck long. Exhale, chaturanga, so you're not dropping your chin. Keep it neutral. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more round, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale up to toes. Exhale, forward fold. Flat back, inhale. Fold, exhale. Last one, inhale up. Hands to your heart, exhale. Inhale, reach skyward. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Make sure you're shifting forward. Shoulders over wrists, elbows over wrists rather than behind. Exhale, downward facing dog. One inhale. One big exhale. Take your right leg up into the air. Inhale. Bend your knee, fan your hip, shake it out. So keep the shoulders square towards the floor. Really focus on that twist in the side body. Allow your knee to rise. Notice if the left hip is collapsing forward. Could you draw it back? Get that left side long too. Try to keep your left heel square behind your toes. And as you get a little bit deeper into that side body twist, maybe look underneath your left shoulder for your toes. Straighten out your leg, big inhale. Knee to your nose, exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Take a few breaths, just moving in and out. Inhale, lean in. Exhale, rock back, straighten. 2 more like that. Inhale, bend. And exhale, straighten. 1 more time. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend your knee. Plant your left hand. Exhale, twist, right arm up. Now pause here as you inhale. Horizon lunge, exhale, edges of your feet. Make sure all 10 toes turn to the edge of your mat. Inhale, back up, twist. And exhale, horizon lunge. Spin to that knife edge of your foot, flex it. Inhale, back up. 1 more, open horizon lunge, exhale. Inhale, back up. Exhale, plank pose, chaturanga. Move through what you need. Inhale. Down dog, exhale. Left leg just warming up a little bit more in your body. Bend your knee, fan your hip open. As your left knee goes skyward, notice if the right hips collapse forward. Draw it back. Heel behind the toes. Keep those square. Keep pushing with both hands so that your shoulders square off to your legs. Maybe you got a little bit of wiggles, movement, shakes and circles out of the way. Gazing under your shoulder for your toes. If you can see them, give them a little wiggle. And inhale, re-straighten your left leg. Exhale, pull your knee in towards your nose. Step your foot forward between your hands. And then just 3 times leaning in and pulling back. Inhale. And exhale. Bend and straighten. Not perfect, just what feels good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, bend your knee, plant your hand. Exhale, twist open. Hold here, one breath in. Now you can pause or edges of your feet, horizon. Exhale, spill open. Back up, inhale. Edges of your feet, all 10 toes turn. Exhale. One more. Last one. Back up, inhale. Hands down, exhale, plank chaturanga. Move your vinyasa. One inhale. Awesome job, friends. Exhale. Inhale, rise to your toes. Exhale, step or float, forward fold. Adding in a little different here, halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold over the legs. Make sure your feet are at least hips width, if not closer. Chair pose, inhale, bend your knees, lift your arms. Okay. So as your knees pull back behind your toes, I want you to try to stack joint on joint over time. Now, if that means when your hips drop that you're swaying your low back, I need you to draw your ribs back, get length through your tail, send your tailbone back rather than down. Heart high, gaze between the eyebrows, breathe in. Scissor twist to your right, so stay upright. Just reach your right hand back, left hand forward. Check what's happening in your knees. If your left one shot forward, squeeze it back. Can you keep that length through your chest? Both feet evenly balanced. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, sweep both hands back. Left knee is going to come up with you. Inhale, one-legged mountain, stand up, go slow. Exhale, figure four chair. Left ankle over your right thigh, hands to heart. Okay, so a lot of that same feeling like horizon lunge. I want you to get into this left outer hip, flex your foot. Make sure the pinky toe edge is just as flexed as the big toe side. And then take that sway out of the low back again. Draw the ribs back, sit back. Hands are at heart for balance. Inhale, rise back up one-legged. Exhale, step back to a crescent airplane. So toes touch, arms back behind you. Okay. Lean over your thigh. Roll your shoulders back like you're doing an upward facing dog or a cobra. And then side body ribs, pull back again. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Warrior two, inhale. Seal your heel down, heel to arch align. Right knee's bent. So all of our warrior twos on this side are going to be right knee bent. Just keep that in mind as we kind of go both sides of our mat. Okay. Squeeze between your feet. Let your hips settle. If the left one's higher than the right, try pushing it forward a little bit. Get that balance. Settle in. Inhale here. Twist towards your left foot. Exhale. Both feet turn in. Left toes turn out. So it's a high side lunge with a twist towards that left leg. Make sure your right foot squared off down into your mat. All 10 toes in the same direction as your knees. Okay. Lengthen, deep breath, reach up a little higher. Inhale, exhale. Hands come down, frame that back foot. Left foot is now in the lead. Drop your right knee. Inhale, crescent moon, reach up. Pause here and breathe. Cool. So right hip flexors getting the stretch here. If you're moving so far forward that your low back is collapsing again, pull the ribs back. Get off of that left thigh bone. Think about lifting, squeezing, heel to knee. One more inhale. Exhale, half split. Straighten out your left leg. Toes skyward. So again, getting into this left hip. As you flex your toes, you squeeze your heel towards your knee. Could you scissor that left hip back a little bit? Maybe you fan your toes out to the left. Make sure the pinky toe is flexed as much as the big toe. Get into the IT band, that space between the knee and the hip. Toes back up if they turned. Shift to a standing split. Inhale. Right leg's going to go skyward. Exhale, curtsy, tap knee to knee. 2 more times. Inhale. Knee to knee, or if you can, find your outer calf. Inhale, lift. Last one, knee to knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step back. Warrior two, back up to the front of your mat. So as you rise, come all the way up and over. Exhale, side angle tilt. Holding here, breathe. So back at that original starting point, right knee bend over your right heel. Rotate your hips forward. Left side body on top of right. Extend the left ribs down into the right ribs a little bit so you get this length rather than collapsing. One more breath in and out. Reverse warrior, just one breath to sweep up. Exhale, chaturanga, hands down, step right foot back to left. Lower through that vinyasa if you need it, plank if you don't. Plank allows you to still build strength in the chest, the shoulders, the belly. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Taking the left side, we're gonna move forward first. Inhale, rise to toes. Exhale, step or float forward, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, chair pose. Again, if your feet are hips width distance, your toes are still turned forward. You're going all the way together. Big toes touch, heels just have a sliver of daylight between. Arms up, hips back, belly ribs pull in. As you sit back, try not to sway the low back. One more inhale. Scissor twist to the left side. Exhale. Left arm back, right arm forward. Now again, if that right knee poked forward, slide it back in line with the left. You want your hips to stay square. The twist will happen in the belly, the chest this way. Inhale. And exhale. Back to chair pose. Inhale. Sweep your arms back. Exhale. Right knee to chest. Stand up. Take your time if you need to. Inhale. Figure four. Exhale. Hands to heart. Sit back like chair. So what tends to happen is this left hip goes way out to the side. Push it back into the right hip. Let that right hip get the focus. Flex your foot, drop your knee, drop your hips. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stand up, inhale. Crescent airplane, exhale, step back, toes land, reach back. Create a straight line from the heel to the back of your shoulders to the back of your head. Try plugging the shoulders back, squeeze the palms, reach through the fingers. Inhale, warrior two, up and over. Now remember on this side, our warrior twos are all gonna be on the left leg. Carve into the pinky toe edge of your right foot. Squeeze, heel to arch. Drop your hips a little. Right hip pushing forward into left so that you get a little more support of that back leg. Inhale. Exhale, twist towards your right foot. So it's that high side lunge. Turn all 10 toes to the long edge. Then right toes will turn out just enough that they face same direction as your knee. Right hand goes up into the air. So counter twisting, opening up the chest. Try to lean off of your right thigh. Last breath in. Last breath out. Turn to the back of your mat. Frame your right foot. Left knee goes down. Inhale, reach up, crescent moon. And again, just trying to get off of that left and right leg a little bit. Squeeze heel to knee. Think about your belly, your ribs pulling up and back, heart going skyward, and then everything else, ribs, shoulders sort of dropping back in. Last breath in. Exhale, half splits. Toes up. Flex your foot. Notice if that right hip's trying to track forward, plug it back. Lengthen the ribs forward. Fold over your leg. If you need a little more in the IT band. Pinky toe side likes to move ahead of you. Fold it back towards your shin. Turn your toes out to the side. Get a little more activation in that IT band stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Toes up. Inhale, standing split. Shift forward. Curtsy 3 times with your breath. Exhale, squeeze knee to knee. If you can, tap your outer calf. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lift. Last squeeze. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step back. Warrior two, back to the top of your mat. So come all the way up and over. Left leg takes the lead. Exhale, side angle, tilt forward. Right arm up. And again, right ribs want to bow up to the ceiling. Push them down into the left ribs. Create this triangle under your left side body. If you're resting your elbow, shoulder, and ear aren't friends. They're taking that space, opening up for your head to float between both shoulders. Last breath. Reverse warrior, just one inhale, bring you up. Chaturanga, exhale, hands down, step back. 3 breaths in your down dog once you get there. So same thing, 1 breath, 1 movement, and then we will add in. Take one more big inhale. Exhale. Rise to your toes, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Flat back, inhale. Fold. Chair pose, inhale. Scissor twist right, exhale. Center, breathe in. Exhale, sweep arms back. Left knee comes up, inhale, one-legged. Exhale, figure 4. Inhale, one-legged. Exhale, crescent airplane. Step back. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, high side twist. Back of your mat, drop your knee. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, half split. Inhale, standing split. One curtsy. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lift. Exhale, big step back. Getting ready for warrior two to the front. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, side angle. Reverse. And chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Rise to toes. Travel forward. Flatten your back. And fold down. Chair pose. Inhale. Scissor twist left. Exhale. Back to center. Inhale. Sweep your arms back. Exhale. Right knee comes up. Inhale, one-legged. Exhale, figure four. Inhale, rise. Exhale, step back, crescent airplane. Warrior two. Inhale. High side twist to the right. Exhale. Back to your mat. Knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, standing. Exhale, one curtsy. Lift your leg. Inhale. Step back. Exhale. Warrior two on your left leg. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, side angle. Flip the palm. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, chaturanga. High to low. Back bend on the inhale. Down dog on the exhale. 3 breaths. Couple of add-ins, mostly familiar. Listen for those cue changes. Inhale up to toes. Exhale, step or float through fold. Flat back, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair pose, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Take a prayer twist to the right side. So elbow outside of your right knee or wedge it between. Those of you that are staying with modification with me, that same open twist is a-okay. Reach wide. Make sure your knees are still square. So even though you've closed your twist a little bit more, that left knee is still back in line with the right. Lean your belly button and your heart further apart. So as you stretch that front line of the body, you got more room to rotate. Last breath in. Just hang over your legs, forward fold. Exhale, let it go. Flat back, inhale. Fold, exhale. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, sweep arms back. Left knee up to your chest. Inhale. Figure four. Exhale. Inhale, back up. Exhale, crescent airplane. Warrior two. Inhale. Straighten your right leg. Exhale. Triangle pose, forward tilt. Right hand towards your shin. Left hand towards the sky. So you can use a prop if you have one, block, books, whatever you need to. Bring the ground to you. Check it out if you're moving through this like you did in your side angle. If that left side's arching up, I want you to try to extend the right hip into the left hip. Drop the right ribs flat parallel to the floor or close to parallel. Get your shoulders out of your ears. You can be looking up or down, up to you. One more breath in. One more breath out. Keep your legs straight as you come up. Inhale, all 10 toes, face long edge of your mat. Keep both legs straight. Exhale, twist right hand down, left arm up. So like a prasarita twist. Okay, maybe your feet need to wiggle a little wider apart. That's a-okay. Left hand can go to your low back or even to that left hip crease. Keep encouraging that rotation, that twist. Breathe in. And then release to prasarita fold. Exhale, both hands to the floor, head heavy between the legs. Now prasarita will have 2 sides. So if there's something that you need to do, if you need a deeper twist, if you want to move through something, this is a space to add it. You need to invert. One more breath. Flatten your back on your inhale. Turn to the back of your mat as you exhale. Put your knee down, but don't point your toes. Keep them tucked under. Inhale, lift your arms up over your head. Exhale, stand up. Bring your right knee to your chest. All the way up. Cool. Once you're upright, you're going to twist to the right side. Right hand back, left hand forward. You can grab the outside of your knee or maybe even put your hand on your low back. If you have this grab, hand to foot, straight leg, or you can use a strap. That's an option too. I'm going to kickstand my toes just to make room for my belly here. A little twist to the right. Otherwise, you're floating, that knee in line with the hip. If you've got a straight leg, plug your thigh bone back. Try not to lean forward or lean back. Straight spine, just like you were in mountain on the left, rotating through the spine. Last inhale. Last exhale, friends. Release the grips that you have. Keep your leg up, just back to center. Inhale. Exhale, airplane pose. So float everything. Toes, arms, chest. Good. Hold that. Breathe in. Can you curtsy with no hands? Hands can come to heart center. If you need hands on the floor block, go for it. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Hold that 3. Hold that 2. You're going to slowly lower your toes to the left. Your shin bone and knee come down. Sit. Okay, so take a break. Left foot is crossed over your right knee. If you didn't get there on the way down, here's your chance to adjust a little bit. You're going to kick your right heel up towards your left hip. Take a moment, flatten out the back, breathe in. Left hand, your kickstand. You're going to take your right elbow up and over, twist to the left side, or hold on, snuggle. I'm going to twist towards you guys. Again, making room. Those of you expecting that are practicing with me, twist to your right side. Okay. So just a little counter to that standing balance. Try not to sink into it, right? Like if you're sinking back, just chilling. Push your chest forward and up to flatten your back. Roll the right shoulder head, left shoulder head down, and then twist a little bit deeper. Good. Back to center. You're going to come back into a standing split. So left foot forward. Take your time. Use your hands if you need to. Rock into that left foot. Send your right leg up. Big inhale. Step back. Exhale. Here's that warrior 2. Up and over. Inhale to your right foot. Exhale, side angle. Flip a palm, inhale, reverse. Adding in. Exhale, hands down, plank, no chaturanga. I want you to turn to your right, side plank, right hand up into the air. So you can do that with your left knee down underneath you like a kickstand or both legs straight, up to you. Do stack, right side on top of left. Pull your ribs back so that your tailbone is extending rather than curling back. Belly, core engaged. Gaze can be down, sideways, or up. Challenge yourself. Inhale. Plank or chaturanga. Exhale. Deep breath in. Downward facing dog. Exhale. One breath. Second one. Last one. High to toes, inhale. Step or float forward, fold, exhale. Second side, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Chair, inhale. Prayer hands, twist left, exhale. So again, those of you closing this twist, palms together, right elbow to the outside of your knee or wedged between. Check that your right knee didn't shoot forward, pull it back. Hips don't do the twisting, belly, core, ribs, chest do. Think about stacking. So a lot of times I'll see hands slightly forward instead of stacked in that straight line. If you can get that stack, elbow to elbow, straight line, lean back a little bit. Create room between your chest and your belly button, and then push your left hand into your right. Rotate your sternum closer to your thumbs. Deep breath in. You're just releasing to forward fold. Exhale, hands down around your feet. Let your head get heavy. Flat back, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair pose, inhale. Sweep your arms back, exhale. Right knee comes up, inhale. Exhale, figure 4, ankle over your thigh. This part's the same. Inhale, rise. Exhale, crescent airplane, step back. Warrior 2, inhale. Here's your first add-on. Exhale, straight leg, triangle pose, forward, tilt, hand to shin, block mats. Check in. If this side is trying to bow up towards the ceiling, get it to drop back down. That left hip pushes into the right hip. Try not to let the shoulders sink into the ear. Create some space. 2 more breaths. Rise with straight legs. All 10 toes turn to the long edge. Inhale. Keep the legs. Exhale, prasarita twist. Left hand goes down, right hand goes up. You're rotating towards your right foot. Your right hand can go into your low back or even into your hip crease. Lengthen and rotate. Again, try to lean back off of your right hip bone though. So your belly button and your heart spread a little bit as you rotate. Inhale. Exhale, prasarita fold. So this is another one of those places where you're welcome to invert, to add in, especially if you did something unbalanced, side 1. And you need to create balance in on side 2. About 3 more breaths. Flat back, hands under shoulders. Inhale. Turning to the back of your mat. As you exhale, go ahead and put your left knee down, but keep those back toes tucked so that you can stand up. Inhale, arms come up. And then big power step. Exhale, left knee to your chest. Come all the way up. Inhale when you get here. Exhale, twist to your left side. And again, I'm going to kickstand my toes just for balance on my belly. If you've got the room for it though, right? Hand to your outer knee, maybe one to your low back. You can also grab the edge of your foot, kick. Use a strap to kick. Okay, finding your standing twist. Plug down into the right big toe. Notice if you're leaning back, straighten out through the crown of the head. Plug the thigh bone back. Rotate a little bit different. 3, 2. Back to center. Keep your leg lifted. Inhale. Airplane pose. Exhale. So finding balance on one foot. Taking that moment. Square the hips down. Straight line from your head to your heel, even if it's on a diagonal like mine is. Hands to heart as you curtsy with no hands. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hold, hold, hold. You got it. Hug 3. Hug 2. Let your toes land on the right side of your mat. Let your knee come down. And then you're going to sit inside of that left foot. Set up for a twist. Right foot's across the top of your left knee. Again, once you get set up, right hand behind you. Float your chest. You guys are going to twist to your right elbow on top of your knee or hug around the front of your shin. I'm going to twist to my left. So thinking about making space. How do you twist more? Right? If you curve your spine, you've got less room for that axis to rotate. Right? If you straighten it out, you get that straight line from hips to head, then maybe you can turn just a little deeper. Okay? Breathe in. Breathe out. Back to center. You're going into standing splits. So right foot's going to plant at the front. You're going to step into that right foot. Use your hands if you need to. Big inhale as you rise. Land your left foot back. Exhale. Up and over. Warrior 2 to the left leg. Exhale. Side angle tilt forward. Inhale. Reverse. Exhale. Plank. No chaturanga. You're going side plank facing your left side. So right knee would be down if it's going down. Left hand up to the sky. Both legs are straight. You can always stagger your feet. Left foot in front of right, heel to toe. Stack joint on joint. Rotate your chest open, but try not to let that left hip lean back behind the right hip. Keep it forward on top. Draw the rib cage back instead. Get the core aware. Front of the hip bones tilt up to the front of the ribs. Inhale. Plank or chaturanga. Exhale. One breath in. Downward facing dog. Exhale. 3 breaths here. Take them one at a time. Deep breath in. Big exhale. Again, in. And out. Last one. Nice work, friends. High to toes. Inhale. Exhale, step or float, forward fold. Flat back. Inhale. Fold. Exhale. Chair pose, bend your knees, inhale, lift your heart. Hands to heart, exhale, twist to your right side. Now if you're in that prayer twist, I want you to hold your prayer twist. Look down at your feet. Put most of your weight into your right foot. Keep the twist, keep the twist, keep the twist. Start to pick up the left foot. Can you kick your own left hip? Extend the left leg straight back behind you. Go slow, 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 slow. Keep the twist, keep the twist. Land in crescent legs. Prayer twist stays. You're welcome to drop the back knee down in that twist to get you a little bit deeper. If you are modifying, again, open twists are awesome here. If you want to take that prayer twist a little deeper, spread your wings. Left hand will go towards the floor. Right hand will go up towards the sky. 3, 2. Gaze back at the right foot. I want you to step forward again. Inhale. Fold over both legs. Exhale. Good. Inhale all the way up to standing. Come up to the tallest stance you can. Exhale, hands to your heart space. 3 breaths. 2. 1. Chair pose. Inhale. Arms back. Exhale. Left knee up. Breathe in. Figure 4. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, crescent airplane, step back. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, triangle. You've done this. Inhale, rise, straight legs, all 10 toes face, long edge. Keep the legs as they are. Exhale, reach for your left foot. Could you get a little deeper in that twist this time? Inhale, back of your mat. Drop your knee. Keep your toes tucked. Arms come up. Exhale, knee to your chest. Stand up. Take a breath in. Twist towards the right. Exhale. Maybe you go for that grip. You kick. Back to center. Inhale. Airplane. Exhale. Curtsy with no hands. Take your time. Inhale. You're going to touch your toes to the left, but don't sit down this time. Exhale. Curtsy squat. Take a deep breath in. Squeeze. Deep breath out. Come back up to airplane pose. Kick back. Inhale. Land your foot back. Exhale. Warrior 2 up and over towards your right leg. Side angle pose. Exhale. Tilt. Inhale. Reverse. Exhale. Plank pose. One more time. Side plank. You're going to face the right. Inhale. Step behind you with your right foot. Exhale. Little wild thing. Flip over into one-legged dog. Inhale, 2 hands down, right leg up. Exhale, kick under, fall in triangle. So left foot's like a warrior 2, right foot goes in front of you, left hand up to the sky. Think of this kind of like a triangle pose, rock star slide, whatever you want to call it, okay? Keep pressing through the feet, open up the chest, breathe in. Exhale, pigeon pose. Right knee, right wrist, left hip goes forward and down. Fold over your legs. We won't be in pigeon for a long time, about 5, 6, 7 breaths. That's it. Surrender in. Go ahead and come up. Hands underneath you. You're going to lean over into your right hip. Swing your left foot over to the top. Step your right foot outside of your left knee. Okay? So this right leg is now bent, foot flat to the floor. I actually want you to twist your upper body over to the left and just kind of walk to the inside of this right leg. Okay? Now, wherever your toes need to point for this to be comfortable is fine. Mine are going to go about 45 degrees away from me. That left foot extended, flexed out in front. Now, you can either stay here flowing into a little more of a surrender, maybe walking forward, just bowing the head, or get your left shoulder and left elbow to stack as you shift your weight forward, right? So that's going to be important. There's about a foot between my left hip and left elbow. You're going to take your right arm in front of your right shin bone and reach. Could you grab anywhere along your left leg? It can be from your knee, your calf, your ankle, or your outer foot even, like you did in that kick. Holding on there, Look forward, lean forward, push down into your right foot. Can you pop that left hip up? Okay, and if you can, don't freak out. Just keep pushing down into your right foot, down into your left forearm. Kick, kick, kick. Hold it 3, hold it 2, hold it 1. Come back to seated. Come back to center, stretch out both legs. You guys can keep your feet hips width distance. I'm going to spread my legs into a V, and then you walk forward and fold. It's a little baby grasshopper. Hop into it today. There's a big mama version. If you guys want to practice that afterwards, you've been warmed up for it. Hands under shoulders. If you've got wide legs, walking back. Otherwise, just rolling up if you need to. Bring the feet together. You're going to rock and roll forward and back a couple times. Meet me in downward facing dog. So if that means you chaturanga on the way, chaturanga on the way. 3 breaths. Downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Again, breathe in. And breathe out. Last one. And back out. High to toes. Inhale. Step or float forward. Exhale. Last standing thing on the left side. Inhale, chair pose. Hands to heart as you exhale, twist to your left. So get your prayer twist set. Again, if you're staying open with me, A-OK too. You're going to look down at your feet. Hold your prayer twist. Shift your weight into your left foot. Don't step back yet. Just start to lift right heel up. Go slow. Can you kick straighten? Then step back. Still twisting. Again, you can do this upright if you need to. Back knee can always be down as well. Taking your twist where you need it to go. If you need your twist to go a little bit deeper, you're ready to spread those wings. Right hand down towards the floor. Left hand up towards the sky. Make sure you've got room between your belly and your heart. Keep that length. Move your breath. It might be smaller since you're rotated, but keep it as deep as it'll go. Gaze back down at your left big toe. Step it forward. Inhale. Release your twist. Fold over your legs. Exhale. Deep breath in. Fold a little deeper out. Inhale all the way up. Highest, tallest stance you can. Exhale, hands to your heart. 3 breaths. Be on 2 feet for a moment. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath in. And out. Arms up. Inhale. Chair pose. Exhale, sweep your arms back. Right knee is going to come with you. Inhale, one-legged. Figure 4. Exhale. Inhale, back up one-legged. Exhale, crescent airplane. Step your right foot back. Warrior 2. Inhale. Triangle. As you exhale, extend forward. Inhale, straight legs. All 10 toes turn like you're setting up Prasarita. Exhale, twist towards your right foot. Could you touch your toes, your outer foot? Inhale, back of your mat. Drop your knee. Arms up. Keep the toes tucked, though. You're standing up. As you exhale, power, knee to chest. 1 breath in to catch your balance. Then exhale, twist. Maybe hand to foot, kick, rotate. Center, inhale. Exhale, airplane pose. Curtsy, no hands. They can come to heart. You're going to squeeze knee to knee. This time, toes are going to land on the right. Keep the curtsy. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your inner thighs. Hold it 3. Hold it 2. Hold it 1. Back to airplane. Inhale. Land your foot back. Exhale. Warrior 2 up and over. Inhale. Side angle. Exhale. Reverse. Breathe in. Plank. No chaturanga. Exhale. Side plank to your left. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Step your left foot behind you. Little wild thing. And again, you can do this from a knee, from a shin. You don't have to be in full version. Hands come down, gaze comes down, 3-legged dog. Inhale, right leg up into the air. Exhale, take your fallen triangle. Shifting that foot through. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Awesome work, friends. Taking it back up. Inhale, three-legged dog. Left knee, left shoulder as you exhale. Coming into your pigeon pose. So take your time. Make sure that pigeon pose is on the opposite side. I think I said left. Should be right. Right knee forward underneath right wrist. Balancing out your sides. And you know where we're going from here, right? You've got about 5 to 7 breaths in pigeon. Then we take it up. We rotate into that either counter twist or going all the way for your baby grasshopper. Two more. When you're ready, you're going to lean back, sit up nice and tall, swing, right leg around. You're going to step your left foot to the outside of your right knee, okay, so that you're set up to twist over to the right side now. Again, you have that option just to kind of surrender into that twist. Come over to that right side, just bow down. If you want to take it into that baby grasshopper, you do want your toes and your knee to face the same way like they would in a horizon lunge or a side lunge. Elbow forward enough that when you start to shift your weight and you get on that outside hip, right? When you get that shoulder stack on the elbow, you're ready to push down and rise up. Sweep your left hand in front of your shin bone. Reach for the edge of your foot, calf, ankle, or wherever you can land. You really don't need that grip. You're going to lift from your inner thigh. Shift forward, push down with your foot, push down with your elbow. See if you can float the hip up off of the ground. And you can do that with the grab. The baby grasshopper. 3, 2. Awesome job, friends. Lower your seat. Stretch out both legs. Option, feet parallel with your hips again, or if you didn't take a wide-legged and you want to this time, you're welcome to it. Just take a forward fold. So since we've got a little bit of playtime left, I'm going to show you guys an option how to get into your full grasshopper if you want to. If it's not in your practice, you're just going to stay with me. Walk your hands back. If your legs split, bring them back in. Rock and roll a couple times. Vinyasa if you need one. Down dog. And then you're going to come through to seated. Okay. Take your feet forward in front of you, hips width distance apart. Your hands can go back behind you. You're just going to lean back a little bit and cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Okay, so pigeon pose seated. Now, if you need more intensity, scoot your bum forward closer towards your left heel. If you need less intensity, scoot further away. Do notice, right, like my tendency is to show you guys the top of my foot. I'm going to try to just show you the blade edge. Flex the pinky toe and then let that knee get heavy, okay? If you're slouching, push into your fingers, roll your shoulders back, puff your chest up. Now, if you're good here, friends, stay here. If you want to go for a twist, right arm up and then towards the sole of your foot. You're going to try to scissor reach, right? Like you're sawing the bottom of your foot. Now, you might just chill here. Okay, if you can get your elbow to the bottom of your foot, bend your elbow, see if you can sit up, connect your hands, and twist to the left. Okay, that's layer 2. If you've got all of that, then maybe Hands come down to your left. You're going to keep that connection that you've made with your foot and your outer arm. Lean over into your hands. Think of this kind of like coming up into side crow. Now, I can't get into this one because of, again, pregnancy and belly, but if you've got it, it's the same movement that you guys did here in that baby grasshopper. The only difference is your foot is on your arm, okay? So imagine you were standing on your arm. You're going to push. You're going to lean. You're going to try to pop your hip up. If that left hip pops up, then swing your left leg, kick it, kick it, kick it, kick it, kick it. No hands. You're just lifting from the inner thigh. That's your full grasshopper. When you're done, you come back down gracefully as possible. Straighten out the left leg, straighten out the right leg, shake them out. Let's go right into the other side. Bend your knees. Left leg over your right, nice and tall. Okay, again, you can just stay right here. This is where you need to be. Awesome. Try not to show your foot. Flex, knife edge. And then knee gets further forward as you scoot closer or further away to your own level of sensation. Try not to shrug the shoulders, lean them back, chest up. You're really tall. If you're good here, stay. If you want to add that twist, right hand's going to stay behind you at first. You're going to take the left arm up and then try to reach as far as you can. If your elbow isn't quite to your foot, this is where you stay, okay? If you can get your elbow to the sole of your foot, see if you can bend the elbow, okay? And then maybe you come off of that backhand, push palm to palm, twist to the right. Again, just options, not requirements. That's where I land for you guys. Just know that from here, you can layer on. Okay, if you're ready to go to that next layer, you're going to think of this just like your baby grasshopper. Same shape, except instead of standing on the floor, you're standing on your arm. Okay, so keep that connection, left arm to left foot. Bring your hands down. You're going to lean forward, kind of like you were coming into a side crow. See if you can pop up. If you've got that back hip popped up off of the ground, then see if you can swing and kick the right leg forward. Just options, not requirements. You can also do that coming from a figure four. From a chair, figure four, that is. Yeah. And if you've had the chance to play with it, come back down slow. You're going to release both legs. Again, just sort of shake them out. And then we're going to scoot forward, hips to heels, and lay down onto your back. Okay? So lots of twisting today. Just taking a quick moment, reset on your back. Feet hips width distance apart, toes firm forward. Press your palms down into the ground beside you and slowly lift up bridge. Okay, so just stretching at that front line a little bit. Press down into your feet. Lift with your legs more than your glutes. Support with a block if you need it. Allow the chest to roll up to the chin. Hands stay pressing into the ground or bind underneath you. When you're ready to roll back down, do so gently, mindfully, slowly. Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet together, knees open wide. Close your knees back to fold. Draw them in toward your chest. You can either snuggle your legs or take happy baby, hands to feet, elbows inside of knees. Kick up as you draw down. Okay, so whichever version your body's craving. If you need something else, own that. And then releasing your legs. You can take legs at the wall or bring them back into center. One last little tuck, squeeze, forehead to knees, chin to chest, and then blossom open, final rest, Shavasana. Extend your arms, extend your legs, close your eyes. Three more breaths. If your body's craving a few more breaths here, stay. When it's time to move, do so just curiously moving in fingers, toes, wrists, and ankles. Starting to stir a life back in. Reach from one end to the other if you need that full body stretch, elongating from fingers to toes. And turn to your side, fetal pose, knees towards your belly. One hand free to rest in front of you, the other one supporting your head. And collecting what you gain from this practice as you rise up to seated. Crossed legs, seated on heels, wherever you need to be. One deep breath in. Cleanse, side breath out. And then bring your hands to your heart center. We end together with one word that basically just means I see you. Namaste, my friends.